she was going to the work, so she was doing double job, three jobs. My father was doing one job, but my father never tell her like you're not allowed to work. You shouldn't work. It's not your place. No, if you want, you can. And he never asked her for money. He let her. He says you're working for your money. You can do whatever you want with your money. But my mom was like, I'm the best in the money, so I'm like the bank. When you work, you give me your money to put it in my bank. So it was just funnier like that. And I'm super proud of my parents. They give me everything, more than I ever asked.
Women going to work.
No, not because of women going to work, but because of men losing the agency to discipline the children in the household and to be seen as the figurehead. Now, that's my personal opinion, and if you find it misogynistic, that's completely fine. But
It's
I will
also just
say
my
that
opinion.
on places like Twitter, what I won't do is get any young man personally or speak with young men personally in a personal conversation, say, hey, you need a woman who you can control and can't go to work and stuff. That is absolutely not what we do. I think Ricky Gervais made a very interesting point about putting something on Twitter and people taking it personally like it's written for them. It's not written for them. Andrew can live the way he wants to live. And let me tell you, me and Andrew live in very different ways in regards to the way we see relationships, etc., because we are both very different people. But he can live the way he wants to live because, one, him and his girlfriend are both consenting adults, and that's their prerogative. Two, he's achieved a level of success and masculine excellence where he has the choice of picking which type of women he wants to date. I like different types of women. You've achieved masculine excellence yourself, Piers, and you, I'm sure, have a very happy relationship with whichever woman is in your life.
Yeah, but I do believe masculinity is important. And I don't like the way it's always constantly reframed as toxic.
Great, we agree.
But I do think that the constant stream of misogynist statements, but I'm talking mainly about Andrew, but the constant stream of them, I'm not even sure he's aware of how they come over. And that was clear from our interview.
Yeah, well, again, people could take what's put on Twitter and they can either apply it to their lives or not. They can take it personally or not. I don't know how many followers Andrew has on Twitter. Millions. Millions and millions of people.
8.2 million.
He's not writing it aimed at women or aimed at men or aimed at anybody.
Well, he is.
He's voicing his own opinions about how he lives his life.
Yeah, but to a massive audience. To a massive audience.
Yeah, to a massive audience,
And then you guys do your YouTube stuff, and that has a massive audience.
We're on Rumble, not YouTube.
Right, I'm sorry, you're banned from YouTube, right? But you're on Rumble, you're banned from some platforms, you're allowed back on Twitter and so on.
Indeed.
You know, look, I just think it's, for me, when I look at all the rhetoric, the stuff that I find most problematic.
Well, I learned that I was a super shy guy, even when come to talking with people. So no matter what, fear is just an illusion. You need to control it, and do not let fear control your mind. You need to let your mind control your fear. I am a super shy guy when it comes to putting cameras and talking like this, what I'm doing right now. I'm still super shy, but fuck it. I just need to do it because I don't know. I like to give messages. I like to one day give messages to doing podcasts, having guests, and I like to do this. So maybe one day I reach it, inshallah. I don't know, but I heard the song saying, I will give you just an expression of it. More, if there is life and we still breathing, there is still hope and there is still achievement. So yeah, no matter what, the dream that I have, I like to talk with people, I like to engage with people, I like to have different opinions, I like to hear what other people think. If I launch a podcast, all my guests will be invited like random guests. I don't need someone specific. I just need.
Find that constant running underpinning theme of misogyny and about where a woman's place should be. That is the problem in terms of the influence on young men. They shouldn't all be walking around thinking that a woman's place is only in the home serving their men. And that somehow their only thought process each day, women, should be, how do I please my man, not can I get a fulfilling job or any of those things. But no, you stay at home, self-improvement, make yourself look good, obey his instructions, all that kind of stuff.
But Andrew talking about the way that he wants his relationships to work.
He's entitled,
he's
entitled to what it... No,
advocating and forcing for the whole world to see things his way.
Yeah, but that's the delusion, because...
Well, no, because
you can say he only wants that for himself, right? And
by
the way, he's allowed any relationship he wants. But when you pretend that when he says those things, they're not amplified to literally tens of millions of impressionable young men.
But here's why you're wrong.
Then you know that's not true.
Well, here's why you're wrong, because you assume that Andrew Tate, for some reason in this conversation, is the only influencer in the world and the only person people listen to. Because he's not. at all.
Not at all.
The internet.
But I
places
got to
like
tell you, he's one of the most influential.
Yeah, no, he absolutely is, and that's great.
And that's the part of his influence that I think is a potentially malevolent.
Great, and it's wonderful and good, and you don't have to like it. But let me tell you, every force has an equal and opposite force somewhere else. So on X, Elon has now legalized free speech on that platform. So there are differing opinions on every single aspect of life, including how you want to date women, what kind of.
Piers Morgan, it didn't hit him like he hit Andrew usually, but it was really good.
Music you should listen to, what kind of cars are good, what kind of whatever it is. So for every Andrew Tate out there, there's some feminist OnlyFans model who lives in Florida who makes rap music who's saying that men are nothing and men aren't shit. So to the internet as a whole, and I believe Andrew's message is one, overwhelmingly positive, absolutely overwhelmingly positive, and I believe he's a very important mark on that spectrum of opinions that exist out there, because when you delete Andrew Tate, this toilet of degeneracy, and become less like Andrew Tate. He's a professional athlete with a completely clean criminal record, by the way, who's massively financially successful, who's kind, who's generous. He runs his own charity. He's the best brother. He's the best father. He's the best uncle. He's an absolutely wonderful man, and I would love to see more men become like him. So I like his opinions, and I like the fact that he's out there.
Tristan Tate. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.